uh, so much on my mind, and what better way to let it all out than on camera in the bathroom of my mom's house? Just silly me. Uh, I've done a lot of thinking lately, and I thought one really positive way for me to let go of some of the things that have haunted me for a while is to release them through video. And it can be kind of embarrassing at first, or just kind of like, I don't know, a hard concept to understand. But to me, it helps because I've done it before. And I know that even when I go and look back at a video of myself, I don't feel like, oh, I'm so embarrassed or I don't look good. All I do is like, I listen to myself. I listen to what I had to say, and it's like, oh, okay, I understand my perspective. I understand my train of thought at that time, and I learn from myself. And I think it's good for all of us to be able to take some time to talk to ourselves and listen to what we really have to say and the feelings that we have inside. And sometimes those feelings get kept deep inside of us, and we never really share them with ourselves or with anybody else, and it can be really unhealthy. But I say this because I just watched a video of myself, and I realized like my mood can change so quickly in the drop of a hat. Just I can be so happy at any given day, and then right after that, it's the very next day, it's like I'm miserable. And I think a big part of that is the negative influences that I let into my life, and I need to be able to take those influences and release them, yeah, meditate, and decide for myself what's important, and not get stuck in a rut. And I preach about this all the time, and I'm not sure if people really take a vested interest as to what's going on in my life, but I mean, rightfully so. I don't take really a vested interest in anybody else's life until I feel like I'm good in my life, because how can you help people if you're not in a good place yourself? But I think one thing I want to start doing is a motivation, not just for myself, but for other people. Like, I listen to a guy, Jared, who does daily motivation, and he's helped me a lot. He's a life coach, which is something that I strive to be, among many other things. My ultimate goal is to help as many people as I can in the most simplistic living environment as possible. It appeals to me. It's just kind of the way that I'm wired, and there's no changing it. I've realized that over the past year, and I've been so grateful to be able to open my own eyes to that. But I think I want to reach out to people and do so in a way that not only you hear my voice, but also you're able to look at me as if I'm talking to you as a friend, as someone that can help you. And whether you really need help, or whether you need just someone to listen, or someone that seems to understand what you're going through, whatever it may be, or even if you just need a little pep in your step, whatever it is that I could possibly give you, that's what I would love to give you, because I want to give that to myself. And this is a way for me to do it for me. It's a way for me to do it for you guys. And hopefully, there's no, there's, I don't, hopefully it garners the results that I'm looking for. I'm not expecting anything huge, but I am hopeful that there's a positive outcome from it. So that's what I hope to do. Instead of daily motivation, so I'm not stealing it from Jared, I'd like to do a form of nightly motivation so that you guys could potentially listen to this right before you go to bed. Like a comforting voice to just let you know that things are going to be okay, or like anything is possible, or to get you through some of life's like smaller challenges and more difficult ones. Because right now I'm going through a lot, and I'm not perfect either, but letting it out helps. So I guess that's really what I want to stress to everybody now, is if you're carrying burdens with yourself, as crazy as it might sound, just sometimes you can talk to 100 people, 100 people, really close to you, really good people, and nothing seems to help, when really, you're not really asking yourself what you need. We count on people too much sometimes to fix things. I know that I have. I know I've seen other people do it. We invest all of this energy into other people, And eh, we want to take care of ourselves, but more than that, we want other people to fix our problems for us. And sometimes it just takes, and I'll be honest with you, sometimes it just takes, sitting in a bathtub, letting the hot water rise up to your shoulders, getting some bubbles on. I know it sounds cheesy, but really just doing that, and then just closing your eyes and just talking through it. Take some deep breaths, breathe, realize that what's going on around you doesn't really determine the rest of your life, and that you can get through these things if you just take some deep breaths and say, hey, Danny, it's okay. It's okay. There's a big burden on your shoulder. You don't know what to do, but but don't worry about it. Tomorrow's gonna come. The day after that is gonna come, and each day is going to get a little bit better as long as you invest the time and effort into doing so. Nothing is helpless. You're not hopeless. You have all the potential in the world to be something incredible. The only thing stopping you is yourself. That's always the case in the world. Once you realize that anything is possible, as long as you believe in yourself that it is possible, you're going to be able to achieve anything. It's just an amazing thing. And it's an amazing thing that I've slowly found out over these last few months, and I can only imagine how much my opportunities are going to broaden the more I apply myself and the more I let go of negative influences in my life. So if there's anything that I hope you guys can take from tonight, just, talk to yourself. Don't be afraid to talk to yourself. Don't be afraid to meditate. Don't feel like it's some silly thing, because I know a lot of people do, but I'm not sure if they do it to the effect that I do. Oh, we always say things like, oh, you forgot your keys, dummy, or things like that. But no, I mean, really, get to know yourself on a personal level. Figure out really what makes you you, and figure out how you can help yourself. And then you'll be surprised at how far you can go. So I hope you guys all have a good night. And I hope that I can consistently post this on a nightly basis, along with many other things as I continue on my journey to help and inspire. So, love you guys. Thanks for everything.